Mitrom and Bandhuvam, welcome to South Asia Maps. This is your presenter Dr. J. Reddy at South Asia Maps education channel, which brings you the knowledge about the South Asia and other related topics for the audience in the form of icons, maps, images for easy grasping by the audience. Mitram and Bandhuvam, if you are new to my channel, we have a very good education channel. I have posted more than 360 presentations meticulously made. Excuse me for my allergies. More than 360 as of 2023 April. You can go and look at them. That is South Asia Maps J. Reddy. Today's topic of discussion is our continuation of 10 political divisions with 48 districts about the British India's United Provinces, UP. That is more or less the modern version of Uttar Pradesh state or province of Bharat. We are talking about Lucknow division. The division is the Lucknow division, and these are the districts in Lucknow division. This is the part 9 of our series. Excuse me. And so you are aware that I have opened a new playlist for you. That is the United Provinces or UP series playlist. In the first 11 series, I already talked about various political divisions, districts like Meerut, Agra, Rohilkhand and so on. Now we are discussing about part 9, that is the Lucknow division. The United Provinces is a very critical province because it is the heartland. This is the ancient land. This is the Sanatana land. And it is the Ganges Gangetic plains of the broader Indus-Gangetic plains, Indo-Gangetic plains, Sindhu-Ganga Maidan, starting from Karachi, that is on Sindh Sagar Ocean, Arabian Sea, to Chittagong on Ganga Sagar Ocean, that is Bay of Bengal. This is the land of Nehrus and Pandit Gobind Ballabha Pant and Rajarshi Purushottam Das Tandon from Prayag Tirtharaj, Allahabad. And we had a similar series about the Bengal Presidency 11 divisions. You can look at that. And I also opened and posted most of the talks on the Himachal Pradesh series. You can also look at them. Why this is very important? Because when the British left at the time of partition, there were round about, I can say, 250 or 300 districts south of Khyber Pass, north of sacred city of Kanyakumari, ignoring Rajputana and central India, which are predominantly princely state. Now, there are around about 750 districts as of 2023 in truncated India, and there are 170 districts on the west side of Radcliffe Line in Pakistan, round about 18 to 20 districts on the east side of Hooghly or Bhagirathi or Radcliffe Line. So they count round about more than 1000 districts. That will be very hard for many people to remember. So if you group these districts into political divisions, very easy. So I made this series with a particular purpose that if you know, at the time of partition independence, round about 250 to 300 districts grouped in round about 50 divisions or so, you can understand Bharat, South Asia very well. I already posted British India with 44 divisions and 200 districts also in other presentation. The concept of the districts came in India after Mughal disintegration and Maratha power failure to resist Afghan Durranis at Panipat, then the British annexation of the almost entire Bharat, that is the replacement of Islamic imperialism by the European imperialism. British started mapping India, appointed the geographers. The first major geographer is called James Rennell, worked for East India Company Bahadur at the time of the first Governor General of Bengal Presidency, that is the Bengal Fort Williams, round about 1783 or so, and later all the districts were consolidated. By 1857 Sepoy Mutiny, after Sepoy Mutiny, most of the districts were put in form and later certain other modifications done. So that's why if you remember these political divisions and the districts, very easy to understand and grasp the events. The Lucknow division of United Provinces, which has 10 divisions at the time, here the Lucknow division. So there are 6 districts. This is the Ganga river here, and this is the Sarayu river or Ghaggar river, this one. So north of the Ganga river, that is Unnao and Lucknow and Roy Bareli, and Hardoi, SitaPur, LakhimPur, Kheri. This is Madhya Bharat, Gird region, Gwalior, Vindhya Pradesh. This is the Delhi territory and Haryana. How United Provinces was assembled by the British. So this land was ruled by most of the time Marathas. Most of the land, this land, Rohilla Khand, Bareli, Moradabad region by Rohilla Pathan or Afghan or Pashtun tribes, and Gurkhas ruled a lot of hill territories, and Awadhi Nawab of Oudh, Ayodhya ruled it, and in the Benares region, Purbiya, Narayani dynasty ruled, and some hill local rajas, and all these areas were conquered or ceded in series. By 1857, the United Province was assembled, and more or less it remained the same. After 2000, hilly areas, Uttaranchal, Uttarakhand was bifurcated. So that is about the in brief. So how do you remember the 10 divisions? Is very easy. This is the Ganga river. This is the Yamuna river. South of Ganga river, or the right bank of Ganga, as you move along the river, this is the right bank. You have adjoining to Haryana, Delhi, you have Meerut division, Agra division, Prayag division, that is Allahabad division, and Benares division. These are the 4 you can very easily remember. If you remember Rani of Jhansi, you can see the Bundelkhand region, Jhansi, you have 5. 2 important Nawabi territories, Lucknow division, Faizabad division. East of Faizabad, you have Gorakhpur division. So 3 here, and the Bareli division or Rohilla Khand division. Then we have Hilly division, the Kumon division. So you have 10 divisions. We have covered before 8 divisions. Now is the 9th part. Here I have shown these 6 districts in blue color. This green color is the Rampur princely state, or now Rampur district in the Rohilla Khand region. This is the Delhi territory, and you can see Unnao and Lucknow here, and this is the Roy Bareli districts. And we have east of the Ramganga river, and you can see the Karnali river. You can see LakhimPur, Kheri, and SitaPur and Hardoi divisions, Hardoi districts of this. And what happened was, it was ruled by Awadh Nawabs, and there was a Nawab called Sadat Khan, who ruled from Sadat Ali, was it Ali? Sadat Khan died, Sadat Ali Khan, who ruled from 1798 to around about 15 years. He made a treaty with the Richard Wellesley, the British Governor General of East India Company Bahadur. In fact, he was cajoled, forced to enter into a treaty called Subsidiary Alliance, where the British would put more force in the Nawabi territory, because British showed a bogey that from Afghanistan, Ahmad Shah Abdali's grandson Jaman Shah may invade and pose threat to his dominions. So at that time he gave most of his land, the Gorakhpur division, Allahabad division, Bareli division. Essentially it became a landlocked princely state that remained from that time onwards two divisions, Lucknow division, Faizabad division. This is called the Treaty of Faizabad. That's called the Treaty of Faizabad, and this is the Lucknow division we are talking about. United Provinces is very important because the entire concept of Pakistan came here. Its predecessor ideological frontiers are drawn here, like Bareli movement, Aligarh movement, Urdu language movement, later Pakistan movement, the concept of Jinnah's corridors here, the prominent Mohammedan leaders and separatist leaders like Sir Sayyid Ahmad Khan, the founder of Aligarh University, and Liaquat Ali Khan, the Prime Minister of Pakistan later, and Chaudhry Khaliq-Uzzaman, all hailed from United Provinces of British India. Even poet Iqbal delivered the Allahabad Address 1930 asking for the partition of the motherland. So it's very, very important to understand the United Provinces. Other important thing is the United Provinces has 240 million people round about 2022, where the world population is 8,000 million, India around about 1400, China little more, 1450 or 1500 millions we can say, United States 330, next is Indonesia 275. Just below that, United Provinces has 240 millions in an area of 1/4 square kilometers. That is 240,000 square kilometers gives 1,000 people per square kilometers in that province. Excuse me, if you uniformly distribute, that puts a tremendous amount of ecological load even in agrarian lifestyles. And as most people are now getting education and getting a lot of aspirations and providing them the modern industrial consumer goods will become very complicated, challenging issue. That's why we have to keep this point in mind. And so this is the Schwarzberg Atlas. You can see when the British started consolidating their districts, some of the time the Gorakhpur division here, you can see here Lucknow division here, and Lucknow and Bareli here, and this Unnao at that time called Purva, and SitaPur here, and LakhimPur Keri here. This is Maulon, that is later called Hardoi division, and this is the other division Faizabad we look at later. And James Runnell, he was the geographer, and he passed away around about 1830 or so. That means few years before the death of Maharaja Ranjit Singh. He was a very important father of Indian, we can say, the geography, and he started making lot of these initial maps for the East India Company Bahadur. You can see the Bengal Presidency and so on. This is the United Provinces. You can see at that time the maps may not be that specific like we have here, but you can get a historical sense. This is the essentially the Awadh princely state. Western part is the Lucknow division, eastern part is Faizabad division, and this is the southern Deccan region, and so on. And so these are the, you can see here this is the princely state of Rampur. You can see the Lucknow here, south of Lucknow and Ganga is Unnao, and on the Ganga is Bareli district. You can see the other three districts east of Mahakali river. You can see the excuse me, Ramganga river, the Keri district, LakhimPur, Keri and SitaPur and Hardoi, the remaining three districts that forms the 6 districts. The population of 2022 or so, 8,000 million people. China, here they mentioned 1400, but I think more than that. India is almost 1400, United States 330, Indonesia 275. Fifth one, that means if you put the nations and sub-nations of the planet Earth, excuse me, fifth one will be the United Provinces, not counting the Uttaranchal, Uttarakhand today, that has around about 13-15 million people. So if you count that, it will be almost equal to Indonesia. Below Indonesia, that means the more people live in the United Provinces today, Uttar Pradesh, then the entire 4 subas of Pakistan, that is the Pashchim Punjab and Sindh, Baluchistan and Pakhtun, Northwestern Frontier Province, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. So this is very important to understand the implications of having so many people living with increasing aspirations. That is in brief about the fascinating, the Lucknow division of United Provinces of British India, of 10 political divisions of 48 districts. We saw along the Ganga Unnao river, the Unnao district, Bareli, Lucknow and Hardoi, SitaPur, LakhimPur, Keri. And see you later, Mitram and Bandhum, in other presentations. If you like these presentations, I really appreciate you taking the time and subscribing the channel and bringing it to the notice of your friends and putting your comments. And see you later, Mitram, in other presentations.